I am back. And I thought, what better way to come back to YouTube than share with you 8 romances I've been reading recently. I have a new favorite manga. I know I've said it about 3 times this year, but they keep getting better and better. This one is just, it's perfection. I am obsessed. Then I have quite a few haters to lovers, and then obviously some school life fluffy love. A quick 15-second thank you before we get into the video, but thank you to everyone that have stuck around even though I've been off YouTube for a month. I really appreciate it, and I'm honestly so happy to be back uploading. I've missed you guys so much, and I can't wait to share these pics. So we have 6 shoujos and 2 joseis. The first 4 are gonna be all school life, romance. They're quite fluffy and a lot of them have comedy in, bar one. One of them's a bit trashy actually. And then we're gonna go on to 4 haters to lovers. But let's get into my favorite. I've got to start on the high. I have to. It's phenomenal. We have Yamaguchi-kun Isn't So Bad. I love this. This is one of those mangas that will leave you smiling so much your face hurts. The fandom online is 10 out of 10 as well. So everyone's just gushing about our 2 main leads because they are phenomenal. No one beats them, seriously. Like, they're up there with Rintaro and Kaoruko. But let me actually get to who is the author and information about this manga. So this is by Josei. It's ongoing. There is 11 volumes. I've only read 10 because I don't have access to the 11th volume yet. And then our female lead is called Satsuki and our guy is called Asuka. I have mentioned this already in a previous video where I talked about 4 mangas and my first impressions after volume 1. So I had a good reaction to the first volume. It was fantastic, but it just gets better and better. And this is one where the art style improves, the story writing improves, the couple, their character development and their growth, mainly from our girl Satsuki. She goes through growth. Holy moly. Now Satsuki, she is a shy girl. You know I love a shy girl, and she's starting high school and she nearly gets groped on the train by a pervert. However, our guy saves her and she's in awe of him. And they end up in the same class in high school, but everyone is scared of him because he looks rough, he looks like a gangster, he always looks moody. And I'm telling you, this is a thing consistent throughout the manga. This girl is determined to be this guy's friend. Oh my goodness. And Asuka does not make it easy for her. And it's about their friendship. It's about their romance. And there's other side characters in the mix. I mean, she has 2 besties, which are 10 out of 10. There's another guy in the picture. If you've read this manga, I need to know your thoughts and feelings about this guy. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want to spoil anything, but there is drama. The blushing is 10 out of 10. This is top tier blushing from both of them. Our guy gets embarrassed all the time. These 2 are just ditzy, cute, funny, honest. The miscommunication does not exist in this manga. Communication is perfection. The cute moments, their little dates, how thoughtful this guy is. This guy is, he breaks all the boundaries. He will top all of your expectations. It's never disappoints. Every single freaking volume. You have to read this. I will be offended if you don't read this. If you're a school life shoujo romance lover and you love a little comedy, this is going to be ticking every single box for you. Next we have I Want to Attack Narita-kun, and this is another manga which I've spoken about before in that I've read the first volume, How Was It? And I've also mentioned this in my Shy Girl Popular Boy manga video, so I'm not going to spend much time on this one. However, I have finished it, which is why I've included it in this video. It's only 2 volumes and it's completed. It's by Izumi Mio, and it's another school life rom-com, and there's a role reversal, so the girl's a bit more dominant and the guy's a bit more submissive. Our 2 main Bs are Amame and Narita. And this really is, she writes boy love manga and she needs inspo because it's getting panned online. So she needs inspo from people around her. Now, the most popular boy, who seems like he's really confident, She sees him outside at school having a really cute moment with kittens, and she's like, boom, he is my muse. So she goes up to him, asks him, will you be my muse? He's like, no, but he ends up saying yes, and it's about their journey of her making manga, her realizing romantic feelings, because she's never felt that for anyone before. And it's also about him getting a bit more confident, because this guy's gone through a lot of trauma. He has quite a tragic past, and he looks all happy, dairy and confident on the outside, but on the inside, this guy is crumbling. So our girl is his savior and really helps him grow. These two are actually perfectly suited. Now we have Spring, Love and You. And this is by Isa Umi, and it's another school life romance. It's ongoing, there's 5 volumes, and our female lead is Mishima, and our guy is called Sata. Now, this is a manga where both of the main characters fix each other. So they're both like going through their own stuff separately, and then they become friends, and they really do fix their mindsets. And this is an okay manga. I mean, it wasn't phenomenal, and it took me until mid volume 2 to actually like the story. I really did not like the main guy. However, I'm just gonna say it, they get together, and that's when I like them. When they're apart, they're just annoying. And mainly the guy, I really dislike him. But when they get together, this has one of the best confessions ever. The confession in this is a public confession. Oh my God. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Mishima is a girl who really wants to avoid love because she's had bad experiences with it in the past. And I am actually going to fill you in on the tea. In middle school, she had a girl best friend and a guy best friend. Now, the guy best friend confessed and was like, I really love you. But she's like, no, I only like you as a friend and I love our little trio. Now, fast forward a couple months, the best friend, the girl and the guy end up dating. And then the girl goes to her being like, we can't hang out with you anymore because I know he confessed to you and he likes you. And then she's left alone. I mean, trashy friends. So she's like, I don't want any love. I don't want that drama. She's numb to it. So she signs up for this boarding school where love is forbidden. The first day of school, she gets the introduction, and actually that's a fake rule and all romance is permitted. So it's like a freaking frenzy, like proper kids getting to mingle for the first time. They all live in dormitories and everyone's like, oh boys, etc. Now, our main guy, Sata, he is narcissistic. He is. He's like, I'm big for my boots. All the girls love me, blah-de-blah-de-blah. But he doesn't have any experience in romance. And he doesn't like girls touching him. These two form a friendship pretty quickly. Because she's so anti-love and anti-boy, these two are perfect friends. And when they get together, it's fan-freaking-tastic. He steps up. I was shook to my core. And she ends up being proper needy. Really needy. Oh, it's great. Now, last one in this school life section is a really trashy one. I'm so sorry, but it is one I've recently read, and it's called Unrequited Love, and this is a Josei. And my oh my, I don't know what to say about this one because it is a bit smutty, and it's deemed a school life, but it's because she's in school. But basically, who wrote this? I'm skipping ahead. So it's by Yuki Hinase. It's completed. It's only 1 volume, and our female lead is Mihirio, and our guy is called Naoki. Now, she is in high school, and she falls for her tutor, which is this guy. But we never find out his age. We never find out his age. I know she has an older sister, and this guy is the same age as her sister. In my head, they're a year, maybe 2 years apart. He might be in college, she's in high school. She's like doing exams, he's tutoring her, and then she has to pass her exams, and then I think she's in college. But you know what? It's not the best plot. There's stuff missing. And that's basically the story. Oh my God, no, I forgot a really important detail. She falls in love with him, but he loves the sister. Okay, this is why I picked it up. You know what I mean? That sounds, whoa, sounds drama. There's gonna be explosive friction, but sadly enough, it did fall flat. And when they got intimate, it was just so random. And I was like, huh? And I just felt like he was a bit of a a half-assed character. I don't actually think he really liked her, but she has been pining for him for years, or at least 1 year. That's what I'll give you with that one. Take what you will. I've given you a fair warning that it's not the best. Now on to the haters to lovers. I have been listening. Actually, let me get you up. What video was it? You were like, haters to lovers, and you've mentioned it multiple times. So I'm so sorry it's taken me this long to do. Zizi, I saw your comment and I am doing an enemies to lovers, but you know what? I have to call it haters to lovers because it's so hard to find manga with enemies, like real enemies to lovers. They're more hating each other. I feel like enemies is next level. And if you have any enemies, like real enemies to lovers, please do comment below because I am creating a video and this is a little teaser. So I've got these 4 right now. However, one of them is so trashy that I don't want to include it in the final video. First up, we have Dekinai Futari. No, it's not. It's Futari. And it's by Satomura. This is a Josei and it's the last Josei of this whole manga video. So the rest going forward are Shoujos. And it's an office place romance. There's a lot of drama. And this is ex-lovers turned work rivals. I mean, it's completed. It has 5 volumes. I finished it all. And our female lead is Niao. And our guy is called Takahito. Wow. Honest to God, I've got so much to say. The reason why these two broke up, because they were going out in high school, will have your jaw hitting the floor. I gasped. I visibly gasped and I had to lift my jaw up and close it because I was that shook. It's crazy. If you don't like miscommunication, do not read this because it is mind-numbing. There's so much miscommunication. And I mean, I can understand the miscommunication when they're kids, but obviously it fast forward into the future and they're adults at work and the miscommunication is as bad as it was if you were a toddler. My goodness. However, I did love the ending and miscommunication aside, loved it. The rivals, they really freaking hate each other, man. They go at each other's throats. Everyone in the office is like, they keep it a secret to all their co-workers that they even knew each other before that, like before working together. No one knows they used to date. It's so juicy. And to be fair, I think I have explained the plot there just by hyping it up. It took me a hot minute to like the guy. There is another character, kind of second male lead in the picture, but it has a little work trip and it's out of hot springs. I mean, again, you know the drill. It has them having to work together when they're rivals on a project, and that's what brings them a bit closer together. Obviously, we have a few flashbacks to them in high school. And you know what? They weren't just high school lovers. They were high school best friends. Like, they were actually friends since they were little. And then when they get together, it really does crash and burn. And it affects them both mentally, like into adulthood. Yeah. This couple is really love-hate. You're gonna love them or you're gonna hate them. And I really went through loving and hating them randomly throughout each volume, purely from the miscommunication. However, the last volume I feel like was done to perfection, and it's because the miscommunication pretty much ends. Next up, we have one that doesn't have an English translated name, so I apologize if I get this wrong, and it's Uso Koi. This is not just a haters to lovers. This is fake dating. Fake dating trope, and yes, it delivers. We need applause. We need screaming from the hills announcement.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay!
This is a firecracker, haters to lovers, set at school. Honestly, 10 out of 10. 10 out of freaking 10. And I was not vibing at the start. I was like, Like chapter 1, I was like, And then, oh my goodness, it gets so good. It's by Takabuchi Asumi and it's completed only 2 volumes. And then our girl is called Kano and our guy is called Toki. At the start of this, Kano is really worried about finding a boyfriend. She really wants love, but her standards are very high. and she's a bit worried she's never gonna find her perfect guy. Now, Toki is a guy in her class, and he's literally the polar opposite of her perfect boyfriend ideal type. And they really get on each other's nerves. They're a bit catty towards each other. Basically, they're both on the committee team, and this teacher is absolutely out of order. I mean, I would literally call up, I don't know, the teacher's board and be like, this teacher needs to be fired because he is so inappropriate. He basically says to them both, the school festival's coming up and we're gonna have a couples competition, but no one wants to sign up. So I need you two to be in a fake relationship and do that for 2 months before the festival, and then be in the couples competition so people can get into it and get really hyped, etc. So he forces them to fake date. A teacher should not be able to do that. It's so inappropriate. The way these two literally hate each other, they get on each other's nerves, and then they're obviously forced to spend time together, talk to each other, be real with each other. It's so cute. It's so sweet. It'll give you a toothache. And my God, Toki, this guy is clued on. Everything this girl says, he sucks it in. And he's like, I'm gonna remember that. And he remembers everything. And he does everything right. And then Kano, just watching her fall in love. And again, this has another 10 out of 10 confession. I was blushing. I was thinking, this is adorable. My heart can't take any more. And the confession I'm talking about is the festival. When they're in the couples competition. Oh. Read it now. Then ByeBye Liberty. Is it Liberty? It is Liberty. It's by Hata Ayuko, and it's a school life drama romance. It's completed at 4 volumes, but I'm just currently reading volume 2. So I'm quite early on in this manga, and our female lead is Rina and our guy is called Takumi. Now, it does have problematic tropes in, and what I mean by that is the high schooler, the girl, Rina, she falls in love with an adult. And that's her first love. Oh my God, it's so annoying. And I really don't know what to feel about this one, because the main guy to me is so freaking unlikable. And the double standards he sets is ridiculous. I actually really don't like it. It's ridiculous. But I have to give it a chance because I'm only on volume 2. So I haven't been able to read it long enough to see the character development and the growth. Basically, Rina doesn't believe in love. She's really independent. She always does the cleaning, cooking, everything at home. So she's a busybody and she doesn't have time for love. And she thinks people that make love their whole personality are like losers and pathetic. But her 2 besties are exactly like that. They are love obsessed, and I'm gonna call it, they are bad friends. They're not nice. They don't really care about her feelings, and every single volume they tell her to lower her standards, and that's the reason why she can't find love. Like, what is an issue with not being obsessed with love? I don't know, but apparently it makes this high school student a freaking spinster. Now, Takumi, he is part of the popular boys at school. There's 3 of them. He's in the gang, and lo and behold, her new next door neighbor is this guy. These 2 have beef from chapter 1 because obviously he moves in next door, but he has a stalker. So when she's walking to the shops, he's like, please can you pretend to be my girlfriend to make this stalker like give up on me. And when they're faking being girlfriend and boyfriend, literally just walking to the shops, it's been 30 seconds. He kisses her and steals her first kiss. What a DICK. And the way it all happens, he doesn't even say sorry. Oh, he palms it off as nothing. So from that moment onwards, they really hate each other. However, she ends up getting to know him more. He works at this ramen shop, and the ramen shop manager is a man, a grown man, and she ends up falling for him. I will check in when I finish it on whether it improves, but at the moment it is insanely meh. Now, our last manga of the day is the revolutionary restart for the Blue Rose Princess. It has 7 volumes. It's completed. 2 people were involved in this, Roku Kaname and Sho Yuzuki, and it is a reincarnation adaptation. It's a royal setting. It's got drama and a little bit of fantasy in there. So there's a lot going on. I wish I read the reviews before picking it up, because it has been disappointing. This is the one that I do want to drop from the final haters to lovers, enemies to lovers video that I'm going to be doing in the future, because I'm feeling like giving it up. I'm currently at the end of volume 2, but I'm not motivated to continue reading it. Our female lead is called Queen Alicia, and then our male lead is called Clovis Cromwell. Let me set the scene. We have her as a grown woman, and she is set to marry someone, but there has been an uprising and people are revolting. The kingdom is in a bit of a shambles, and this group of people are coming to overthrow the royal palace. Now, poor Queen Alicia, she only cares about love. She then confronts these team of bandits. Lo and behold, Clovis is the main one, and he kills her. I was like, what the hell? What is going on? I was not expecting that. I did not realize this was a reincarnation story. But does she die? No, she doesn't. And she gets reincarnated back to when she was 10 years old. And she speaks to this star god thing, and he's like, look, the kingdom is gonna go to ruin and only you can save it. She's 10. She is 10 years old. Why did they do that? She's gone from a grown-ass woman who we could have supported in romance to a freaking 10-year-old, and then Clovis comes back into the picture. And I think there's going to be a romance, and this guy is older. It just feels really icky and wrong. Don't know how old this guy is. It's never said. It's about her changing her ways, stop being like a princess that doesn't want to get involved in politics and just wants to have love, learning her kingdom and trying to save it, but also getting to know Clovis, because he is a key character in this. And it's mainly just about that. Is this a haters to lovers? Like, in all of the forums that I'm reading, this is up there. People are like, this is a good haters, enemies to lovers. But how is this a haters? He surely did hate her. I mean, yeah, but she didn't hate him. She doesn't know him. And then when they meet, when she's reincarnated as a 10-year-old, it's not like she hates him. She gives him a chance from the get-go. I don't actually know. I'm deciding it now. This is scrapped. This is scrapped from the haters to lovers, and I don't recommend it. She is 10, it's very cheesy, and yeah, I just can't wrap my head around it. So that was all of the 8 romance mangas I've read recently. I hope you all had a lovely July. Sorry for my absence, but I should be back to weekly uploads now. I still have the rest of Banana Fish to get out to you. I've got content filmed, I just need to edit it. So we do have fun videos incoming. We're in for a good August. I have good feelings about this. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys. Been ages. I've literally forgotten how to set the camera up. Who knows? Is it recording? I don't know. Yes, it is.